When you're representing a buyer, what are you paying attention to that they often don't even realize they should be watching?
Oh, geez, I don't know if I have just one thing. Everybody wants to pay attention to the pictures, that are up online. And that only provides a really teeny tiny sliver snapshot of what the greater overall reality is with a house. People fall in love with pictures. And I tell buyers all the time, first off, don't fall in love with pictures or a house until the day that I hand you the keys and you're actually moving in, because the market is still not 100% conducive to buyers. It is still very much a seller's market here in our area of South Jersey. But I would say don't just fall in love with the pictures. We have to look beyond that. The other thing is, and I just had a conversation with a woman who bought a house back in May of last year. This morning is she waived her home inspection, and there ended up being some pretty costly expenses involved. So a lot of times buyers might think, and either it was because they were told that way by a previous agent or a friend who had a previous agent. Oh, if you want to win in today's market, you have to waive home inspections. Absolutely not. I am adamant and vehement that you do not waive inspections. It cost this woman and her boyfriend, it cost them a little over $21,000 to remediate issues that they would have known about had they done a home inspection prior to closing on the property. So that's something that people overlook. The third thing I would recommend that buyers pay attention to is a property survey. So many people think they don't need a property survey. And again, without going too far into the weeds, Schedule B of a title report, and you don't have to get title insurance as a buyer, but if you're cash, you don't have to get it. If you're getting a mortgage, it's required, but it would be foolish for somebody not to get title insurance. I say it's like going out and driving a car and not having car insurance. Can you do it? Yes. Is it a smart decision? No. What's going to happen if you get in an accident? It's going to be a pretty significant impact on you financially. Same thing with Schedule B of a title report. The verbiage states that anything that comes up after you buy the house that could have been discovered by having a property survey done is not covered by title insurance. So we see fences, on people's property lines. We see detached garages on people's property lines or over people's property lines. We see public utility easements giving the utility companies the right of way to go onto your property. We, in kind of a worst case scenario, we have seen in-ground, not above ground because that's easy, we've seen in-ground swimming pools actually on the neighbor's property. That requires digging up at a very, very costly price. And then one thing that happened a few years ago, not to one of my clients, but I heard it through one of the real estate attorneys that I partner with, was an individual bought a property that the majority of the property had wetlands on it, and they are horse lovers, and their goal was to put a horse farm, to make part of the property a horse farm. Guess what? Wetlands prohibited them from doing that. So don't ever, ever, ever skip having a survey done on a property.